All right, hello. Welcome back to the third episode of the Whateva podcast. This is your host, Christian McGarry. It has been a long time. I know. I've been very busy. Today, we have Macy.
Hello.
And so Macy, how are you doing, actually?
I am doing fairly well. Just
That's
a little
good.
stressed out with school, but hey, I'm alright.
That's good. I haven't seen you since... I haven't talked to you probably since New York.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the New York trip. Yeah, when you and Beth decided to get run over a lot, trying to take pictures in the middle of the road.
Listen, they were good pictures. They are aesthetically pleasing, and I
mean,
love them.
I mean, I can't say you're wrong, but the fact that you had every taxi driver honking at you in like a 5-mile radius.
Well, yeah, but like it's New York. Every taxi's gonna be honking at everybody.
Yeah, but you see, there's a difference when you see everyone else walking like they're supposed to, and they always see like two borderline high schoolers just standing in the middle of an open road.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in one of the pictures. It's really funny because you could definitely tell that I'm just standing there, and then in the following picture is me looking back at the car because it's very close to me.
Multiple pictures.
Multiple times.
Like you have like the car literally about to hit your ankles.
Yeah.
And then you're just smiling without a care in the world.
Hey, you gotta do what you do for the gram.
I guess so.
You gotta.
I guess so. Like, I don't really think I'm gonna risk my life for 30 likes on Instagram.
It's 30 likes. It's adulation, you know.
Yeah, you know, do anything with clout.
No, yeah.
And then there was the sex museum.
Oh my god.
I hinted at that for the last 2 podcasts.
Did you really?
I hinted at it, but let's talk about it a little bit more.
Oh my god.
That was a trip.
That was awesome.
I'm still angry.
Okay, anybody who goes, we thought, well, at least Beth and I did, we seriously thought that the Museum of Sex in New York City was a gender studies thing. It was about, like, gender movements and all that. No. For the first, 10 minutes, as soon as you walk in there, it's a sex toy shop.
Yeah.
There are vibrators out the wazoo.
Yeah.
There's dick-shaped lollipops. There's all kinds of, lingerie.
I mean, you can
There's
get
so
those
many
lollipops at Spencer's, to be honest.
You can. There's all kinds. There's so much. And that's, when you first walk in. And there's just pictures of, various Disney, orgies all over the walls.
Yep.
And, I bought socks that say bitchin' on them, which is fabulous. And I love them.
You could literally buy, CBD stuff, but just for, getting freaky. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. It was so funny. But, no, anybody who goes, it's just a museum of, the history of, sex, pornography, all that stuff.
Yeah.
When we first walked in, we spent, a good, 5 to 10 minutes just watching 1930s French porn.
Yeah.
And I talk about that a lot because it's so funny.
Yeah, I was forced into that building. We got a student discount, and that still kind of surprises me.
I used my student discount money to go into the bouncy house of titties.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that did it.
I mean, yeah, because, I thought it was going to be, this huge room. It was literally just, this corner.
Very small. It was probably the size of this.
Yeah, it was honestly the size of this
actually
office that we're in. And that kind of makes me uncomfortable now. Because now I think of, titties and come out the walls.
They were everywhere.
It was ridiculous.
I forgot. They also, in the gift shop, they had, stress relievers that were boobs.
I mean, those are cool.
Those were great.
Buy that.
And there was different colors too for different skin tones, which I thought was super cool.
That's true.
But yeah, there was a lot. Oh god, I don't even remember. Oh, there was a whole what was it? It was a floor of just like the Sex Pistols, those 2 nuns that were in the cage.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Their story, I don't even remember their story, but it was just no, I do remember. The daughter, the girl who created those costumes was inspired by her mom or something. Or her mom gave her the idea.
Right.
I don't remember the rest. But they were fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. I remember in the arcade, there was an arcade, and one of them was, you literally just put your fist inside of a mermaid.
Go to town.
And I don't want to explain that anymore. I don't think I have to. I
don't remember what the prize was.
I don't think there was
anything. I think
the prize was just shame.
Probably. There was so much. There was a lot of stuff about Oh, no. I think the best part, the entire thing, was the experience, that, like, movie.
Yeah, the 3D ride.
The
4D ride.
The 4D ride, yeah. So in that, you sit in, like, just big old nice comfy, like, theater chairs.
Right.
But they have, like, the massage, like increments in them. And they also, like...
Spray water
at you.
Liquids.
In other liquids. And, like, they vibrate in every area. And it was so weird.
Yeah.
And it was so, like, loud and obscure. Like, it was... I still don't understand what the movie was.
It was, it was artistic. It's art, right?
There was a lot of naked dudes climbing cages. And fences.
Yeah, it was literally just like a 3D animator's like wet dream. It was kind of ridiculous.
It was so weird. And then there was the other one, but that was more of a history of like pornography. That was like, or just like sexual
educational.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was all the way back in like Greek times. And
stuff. Like the carnival. The carnival itself is literally just like an excuse for people to get laid.
That was it. There was those little dioramas that were in the windows. The little. Yeah. Those were strange. Those were so weird.
Those were really, really weird.
But that's a trip. If anybody goes to New York City, I think Dan's actually going to try to get a trip to New York City back up in the spring.
I'm gonna do it. I want
to do it again. He said that he wants to try to do it. I suggest everybody go because it's hilarious. And everybody there is so nice.
That's very true. They are really nice there.
They're very nice. I mean, they're just so open to talk about literally anything if you have questions. There's like magazines of everything. There's there's books.
There's comic books.
Yes, I remember there was a giant like encyclopedia of like terms in the history, and I was like, it was thick. It was large, but no, it's a fun time. It's really funny. I do suggest people go there.
That's fun. I go to New York City like a lot, but then like a lot of it is just like me going to like the same places, like M&M store, Toys R Us, freaking.
Is it Toys R Us there?
There's like the world's largest Toys R Us there.
We didn't go. I've gone to New York City twice. That time was one.
How have you not known about the world's largest Toys R Us in New York City?
Oh my god!
Like that's like the one thing that people go. I don't know if like it's still. Oh, I mean, obviously it is. It's New York City. Nothing closes down there. Like there's the Uniqlo. We went to Uniqlo. Uniqlo's my favorite store. That was my favorite store. I love that place.
I love those shirts.
Because there's two of them in New York City, and like they're both great.
Yes, we walked.
We went to one of them. Yeah.
I could like be in there for hours.
Oh
just walking, looking at everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
Those
mirrors.
I love the fashion of Uniqlo.
It's so nice.
It's fantastic.
I want to go back. I wear that button up that I got for like maybe once a week. I wear that very often.
I have 2 sweaters I just love wearing, and then I got a few shirts. I need to start wearing the shirts again. It's cold, so I want to like get them all like wet.
This is not sponsored by Uniqlo. God, I wish it were.
It's not. We're not Roger Federer.
It's very good store. Everybody go there too. That's very
fantastic. I almost got kicked out of a chapel because it was like that. A chapel was having a wedding. There's a lot of security there.
Oh my god!
And my pocket knife was in my backpack. And, they were like searching through your bags.
That.
They were searching through your bags. So I'm very glad they decided not to unzip anything. Or we would have had a few problems.
I remember you and Beth had left, and I was just like taking pictures and everything because I was like, "Oh my god, this is gorgeous!" And it didn't, the wedding. It's a big Italian wedding. You could just tell by their faces, their dark hair. The big security guard that was standing in front of me, just like making sure people don't go by. He was trying his absolute hardest to not let this just random passerby just walk into like the pews because she's like, "I just need to go to the bathroom," and he's like, "This like." Church is closed. We are having a wedding in like a while, and she was just so adamant about going to the bathroom. When literally there's McDonald's and Starbucks, everywhere.
That's too funny.
And it was so funny. I felt so bad for him. He just was just like, you can't come in here, and he started getting super pissy. And then I realized, you guys aren't behind me, so I had to leave.
Yeah, because I was about to go back in and look for you. But I was like scared. I thought I was just gonna get like sidelined. But then, dude, my security guard was nice. He's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm very surprised you didn't know about the Toys R Us. Like it's literally like a 4-story huge. So there's like dinosaurs, like live scale dinosaurs in there, like huge Lego sets. Like there's also like the world's largest Applebee's like down the road. I went there for Christmas dinner one time.
The world's largest Applebee's.
I went there for Christmas dinner one time.
Is it good?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Because the one that's over in Big Flats is like,
You don't like that? I like them. They have good skins.
I've had a few. They do. I've had a few like mishaps with them, just like food and everything, and some of the servers were not exactly like, we'll go fix it and all that, but that's just probably bad luck that day, server and all that.
Got it. But yeah, I remember what happened. My family was visiting my aunt who lived there. She was painting. She's not famous. She's a professional painter, and she was painting. No, she was painting for this chapel. So we go down there, visit her, and we're like, oh shoot, it's Christmas. We're gonna go to Christmas dinner because everything's either closed or packed.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, cool. We'll go to the world's largest Applebee's, and it was packed. But the first thing I see when I get in there is these two drunk dudes, like arm in arm, just stumbling out the place. But it was great. We actually got service pretty fast. We had Christmas dinner at Applebee's. It was really cool.
I don't know why it's just so weird to think. Like, you'd see, like, the world's largest Toys R Us. Like, chain, like, stores.
Yeah.
Like department stores or like that.
Right.
Not restaurants.
Oh, no. This was like a 3-story Applebee's.
Good God.
Yeah.
That's why there's not so many Applebee's around the country. They're just all
in
one collective Applebee's in New York.
Yeah.
That's it. Dang, that's very weird. Now I just want to go there and take a picture with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
We should go there for lunch.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I want to go there for lunch just to see.
Because I remember another time when I was in New York City. It was after the sex trip. Yeah, looking at that, I hope that's not taken out of context.
It totally is.
Oh, it's definitely going to be. And I went to this famous pizza joint. It was like right next to like a Broadway play place, and so we were going in there. It's like super packed.
Really?
Like we literally couldn't even like see each other, and we were like standing right next to each other. It was kind of ridiculous.
It's on like the strip, like the
strip. It was like the super famous place, and it was like ridiculous how packed it was. Like you literally see like waiters who are like 5'2", like having their hands in there trying to like get past people and like get people to their tables.
Aww.
It was funny, but it was ridiculous.
Oh, those poor servers.
Yeah, you can't be a famous place and then be in New York City, or you'll just get stampeded.
No, New York City is just 24/7, go, go, go.
It's fantastic, but it's just ridiculous.
I know. I loved going there.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I went there the first time. It was a couple years ago with my parents, so that was immediately like, ugh, I couldn't just go and hang out. They had the itinerary. They're like, we are up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, just why?
Mm-hmm.
And just getting breakfast, going everywhere. We saw the Statue of Liberty. That was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
But because we went in July, they wouldn't let anybody climb to the top to see in the crown because it was so hot inside that they were afraid that like older people and just anybody would like pass out from the heat.
Oh yeah.
Because they have the elevators and stuff, but also mainly like those are for like crippled people or people who struggle walking.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't just let anybody. And those, oh god, it was like 120 something degrees in there apparently.
Ooh.
Mhm. But it was really nice. It's very strange to like go from where the boat would like depart. I don't know that like area.
Yeah.
With the ferries,
and
then just go all the way to Liberty Island, but like just watch like the city like fade away. It's very strange and like it's very eerie. And then we stopped at a few of the places where like the old homes where the immigrants came in.
Okay.
So that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To see, because it was like these are the same boats that they went on or the same places that you're walking on. I was like, that's really cool actually, because that's how my great-grandfather came to the country. Sweet.
Yeah, I do want to go to other parts of New York City because I usually just go to Times Square, do whatever. I want to go to like Harlem and Brooklyn. I don't want to get jumped in Brooklyn because that might happen, but that should be fun.
Well, when we I don't remember the exact little park that we stopped at. I don't remember how far it was to go.
I mean, it was like maybe...
We could catch a subway to or a train or something.
We could have, but... Kind of the park, we didn't stop in Times Square, but we were literally like 50 feet from Times Square.
We were not far.
Yeah, we were not far at all.
Went down.
Like the sex shop was like 10 miles away from Times Square.
No, yeah. We walked... I think, because I remember I had to do my walking class during then, so I scheduled, I logged in 8+ hours of walking.
Oh, yeah.
And it was 11 miles or something that we just covered.
I had so many eggs in Pokemon Go, it was ridiculous.
My phone, so luckily I got a new phone because my old one was very, ratchety and just gross, and it would not load Pokemon Go. It would, I tried, and I couldn't move. No, Pokestop was going. Nothing was, loading. It couldn't handle that there was a Pokestop every 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
And all the lure modules and the raids and everything. It couldn't handle it. And I think this phone could because I went I went to where did I go? I went to New Jersey and I went to Jersey City, and there was a bunch of Pokestops on there. Not as much as New York City, but it was still pretty congested, and it handled it very well. So I'm like, yes.
I still don't understand why New Jersey is its own state. Like, it's literally the size like a pebble.
Jersey
compared to the other
is
states.
whack.
I love Jersey, but like it's literally should just be like New York City Part 2.
It's very small. It's got to be like because Manhattan's like. Let me think. The entire like place of Manhattan. It's like there could be just a few Manhattans with like the same area coverage as Jersey.
Yeah.
And that turnpike. I was driving to a concert with a friend, and oh god, it was.
What was the concert?
It was BTS concert, which was a very good concert.
Get out of my. Get out. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We don't do K-pop here. I don't want it. I do not want it. I'm on Twitter too much, and I can't even look at a single hashtag without some K-pop stan.
No, don't worry. I just like the music. I just think it's
you just like the music, huh?
I just like the music.
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy that's like, oh my god, look at his his smile. Like, oh my god, I gotta buy his cologne. Because there are people that do that.
Should have stayed in BTS and you maybe wouldn't have got hit by a car.
First of all, that's not the reason. Shut up, Christian. That's not it.
You can't say I'm wrong because there are people like that on Twitter.
They just sense it. No, those people are very bad. I went through Twitter on my friend's phone because I don't have a Twitter, but she does. And so she and I were like, looking through the tags and everything, we just found some awful things about like the fans going berserk.
Absolutely.
And I was just like, okay, because they're all like 14, 15-year-olds. Like they're like teenagers. It's weird because it's like, it's just it's so weird that they're so young and so like just batshit.
This is why we need to bring bullying back.
No, I think listen, bullying. First of all, bullying has never left.
Getting rid of bullying, it was like the worst mistake high schools could have done because now you have K-pop stands.
I don't think every high school has gotten rid of bullying because some people are just gonna find ways to like.
I mean, but then at the same time, it's like we made it into a bad thing, and that's the problem.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
Okay,
don't bully people. Don't bully people.
Don't bully people. You can like pick
except
and
K-pop
tease.
stands.
Okay, first of all, you're absolutely right. K-pop stands deserve to be just punched in the face.
My house is gonna get set on fire now by a K-pop stand. And
they're coming after
you.
They
are. I could feel.
They're coming in. They're just like pounds of merch that they spent thousands of dollars on.
Yep, freaking face masks and
just
speakers,
the headbands, shirts, shoes, pants, socks, anything. Like. I mean, I got a tour shirt, but because, like, you go to a concert, you always get a tour shirt, no matter what it is. But no, it was a good concert. It was all in good fun. It was very loud. But the turnpike, if anybody knows the turnpike, there aren't like lanes. Right. You just agree to be on opposite sides. Okay. And that's it. And then you don't know where you are because sometimes the service cuts in and out if you're using a GPS. And it's just lots of getting off an exit, getting back on, going under a bridge, making just sharp-ass U-turns everywhere. And it's bad. But everybody complains about Jersey just for that reason.
It's funny because I've actually never been to a concert. I haven't been to a single concert.
For real?
No, I've never been to a concert. I've like accidentally stumbled upon a Temptations concert. That was just because like it was at like the state fair. So I just happened to show up. Like that's it. Like I've been to shows. Like I've seen like Cirque du Soleil and the Blue Man Group, but I've never been to a concert. Never. I've never been to a concert. I don't know. I just haven't. Like I live like maybe like 7 minutes away from Tags, and they have concerts there all the time.
All the time.
Never been to a concert. Never.
What the hell? Never. It's like, and that is like an essential part of just like. Being teenagers, summers, all that. Just going out, like going to Darien Lake, going literally anywhere, driving 3 hours to a concert, being that shit tired, not getting home till 3:30 in the morning because God forbid if you can't get out of the parking lot.
Nah, I've never been to a concert. It just like, cause I remember like, I wanted to go to the Wiz Khalifa concert at Tags, right? Didn't happen, but for some, I live like 7 to 10 minutes away from Tags, right? Mm-hmm. I smelled the weed from my house. Like, I just woke up in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm smelling Chinese food and weed right now, and I'm pissed. Like I don't even know, because like sometimes it's like even every other like few months, right? I'll just walk in my room with a long day. My room will start smelling like Chinese food and just straight weed, and no one.
It is a residual
in my house,
effect.
Yeah, no one in my house smokes. It was like, where is this coming from? It's kind of it gets ridiculous sometimes, because it'll either be that or like it'll be like 2:00 in the morning and like some douchebag will just go 80 in my neighborhood and start blaring its horn. But it's always in the middle of the night too. I don't know why. Like some weird stuff be happening in my neighborhood sometimes.
No, you need to go to a concert. Like this summer, after
this summer?
You're graduating this semester.
I am.
It's coming
This spring. Yes.
Cool. Same. You're going to a concert.
What kind of concert? I'm not going to a country music concert.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, because that's all Tags does nowadays. It's just country.
My mom went to one because she was like, "Oh, I'll be able to drink and everything." I'm like, "You're gonna waste like $9 on a beer." And she did for like multiple. One of the singer, I don't remember who it was, but he was super sick, so he couldn't like sing at all. He just pulled a random dude from the crowd and he sang like half the concert.
That's fantastic.
Because he had the time of his life. Because you're like, "Oh my god, big fan and everything." Right. But it's like, you go to a concert, you pay, that happens. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's like you expect to hear like, I don't know, like let's say you went to like the Wiz Khalifa concert.
Yeah.
Let's say he got like sick and he couldn't sing. Like that's just like kind of a waste of money. And if anybody was a big enough fan to be able to sing the entire set list, like and just go like word for word, note for note, all that, keeping with the pitch and like the momentum, it's like this isn't what you paid to see it. Oh shit! Hold on, these gummies on the floor.
Gummies.
Sorry.
Those are like way too expired. Please
hold on, let's see. Sorry, I just found them. I can't tell, so they're not expired.
Yeah, don't eat. No, do not eat those. They've been on the floor for like a month.
Wait, General Mills.
Don't do that.
Guys, do General Mills expire? Mott's. Do they expire? To avoid choking. I'll find out.
No, we will not find out. I'm not letting you eat those. No. What was I gonna say? I remember something about you know how much money I could make from being a snitch every time a concert rolls around? Because like every time Tags has a concert, right? There's always like these people who like are under the age of drinking. Are just like just posted all over the Snapchat, just like, hey, look at me, I'm like tailgating me, have them like beer caps. I could make so much money just by like going, because I live like 10 minutes from the police department. I could be like, hey, give me $50 and I'll show you who is breaking the law right now.
Because I can tell you there's definitely in my high school there was like like the group of popular kids that are going out doing all this kind of stuff. Even like in the sophomore class, somebody in my grade snitched on them. And this was maybe sophomore or junior year. They had like a big party after like the homecoming game.
Right.
Oh god, they got destroyed.
That's
like maybe it was the senior. No, it was the senior year homecoming game or something, because this one kid got tied to a tree. Because he was like, "You guys can't duct tape me to a tree," and then he got duct taped to a tree. They set a bunch of like his family's like Adirondack chairs, like the big wooden ones, just on fire, just because why not?
Okay.
They like destroyed like everything, and I'm just like, you guys are like 17. This is, they're like, "Oh, we're having fun," and somebody snitched, and it's hilarious because one of the kids that went to the party snitched because his dad's the sheriff. And I don't know if I should go off on him because that's illegal, but he tried to take me to court for picking on him. But I'm not going to get into that because legality.
Exactly why we need to bring bullying back.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this kid.
Tell
no names, no nothing.
Let me tell you.
No nothing, because I don't want him coming after me because I think he goes to the school. I think. So he was like just not even like the school bully. He wouldn't. He would just like call you out for something like, "Oh, look, you got," like just stupid stuff. He'd always pick on like the same few kids, and it's like, "All right, y'all on the football team together. You guys can like pick each other." But there comes a time where it's like, that went too far, and also that's just annoying. When you won't, in every class, he won't just stop like complaining or just making fun of somebody because like, oh, they're a ginger, which is like hilarious.
Yeah.
Or literally anything. I made one joke. I had his dad come in. They were like they were like, what was the joke and everything? And it was about, like, literally something that shouldn't have, because he started this huge issue. But I made one little joke. I put it on my Snapchat story, and everybody saved the video. And when I got called down to the principal's office, they're like, do you have the video? And I was like, yeah, of course I got the video. And they were like, why do you have your phone? You're in school. I was like, because I knew this was going to happen. Because I want to show you what the video is. So, and I came up, like, I confronted him. I said, you 100% turned me in. Why? Why are you being a snitch about this? And he was like, oh, I did it. Some, like, freshman girl did it. I was like, oh, you're calling yourself a girl? Dang. Because you're pretty much, you're the biggest sexist I've ever met and everything. But he just sucks. And then we had a meeting. We had a whole school-wide, like, meeting about it. About just, like, bullying needs to stop and how we need to stop picking on one kid and how we're making inappropriate videos. And I said, video. I interrupted saying video because he thinks he can get away with anything just because his dad's the sheriff. And I'm like, you are going to be mooching off your dad's authority for the rest of your life. And he wants to be a police officer. So I'm like, you're going to get destroyed in the academy. Fantastic. I'm sorry, you're going to, like, get beat. And then apparently he dropped it. And I don't know what he's doing now. But I find that to be so ironic.
That's funny.
You couldn't handle it.
Speaking of snitching, I saw something interesting on your Snapchat story a few days ago. So, who are you planning to throw a microwave at? Okay, so no. It was a TV that we found on the side of the road. TV. It was a small TV, like the old ones that that had the yellow and white little cables. So, somebody in the painting class that I infiltrate said that somebody on campus got robbed at knife point at like late at night, which is super scary because I had to like stay. I literally had to stay there that night very late for like meeting, classes, and all that stuff. Because I work 2 to 6 on Thursdays and Fridays, and it's dark out by the time I get out of there. And it was snowing super bad too, so people are like trying to get out, like they're trying to like warm up their cars, start everything, and I had to like, I was just like so upset because I'm like, this is why on campus? Why here? Why would anybody think to do that? And I don't know what like got taken from the person. I didn't know the whole story because nobody really knew, but they just heard that it happened. And it was kind of confirmed that it happened. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna like punch somebody in the head. And then I was like, I just have this like, I just got this TV here that I've been like carrying around, delivering it from like room to room, like cleaning it off and everything. I was like, this could do some damage. Yeah. This could break somebody. It's pretty heavy. Go TV, shot put it. Go TV jousting. No, yeah. But, like, it's that's so upsetting. That's like, we enforce you will be super safe up here. And then this happens. And it's like, okay, what are you doing about it? We're, like, did the person get, like the robber get in trouble? Or is the person who got, like mugged okay? Like, are they fine? Like, it's nothing's being said about it. Yeah, because the worst thing I've seen happen on people was like a car accident, a really bad car accident on Halloween. Because like this past Halloween? This past Halloween, because it was pouring. Yeah, this one.
It was bad.
And like, I was going to Scary Perry, but then I hung out at a friend's dorm before Scary Perry. I got it at 6. Scary Perry was like at 8. And so we look out the window, and there's just like crazy car accident just like right out like across from us. Just
I saw that
in the parking lot up here. So yeah, that was crazy. I don't know what happened though.
I asked a friend if because he stays in the dorms. I said, do you know what happened? Because like he can face the dorm. He can face like where that was.
Because I had asked somebody and they said they weren't allowed to talk about it at that point. So I don't know what happened.
Christ, I hope nobody died or anything. But no, I'm just pulling out. You know, you see like an ambulance and I'm like, what is it going on? I didn't hear anything. I just drive and I just see it. It turn on. It was weird.
So we were talking before the podcast started about your art class. That's where I see you often. Yeah. And I heard that's like a really crazy art class. So what goes on there?
Oh boy, let's see. So for my 2D design class, that's fairly tame, that one, because Aaron's not in that one. He's in the one after, but sometimes he'll come in if he has a free area. But like that drawing class, the drawing 2, it's me and Sarah and Aaron, Hannah and Meg. Oh boy, it's just like talking. It's just complaining about people. It's the things that we talk about. We'll listen to or like watch the most obscure like YouTube videos. Oh, I don't remember this one that we saw. It was something about Michigan. It was horrifying. It was like
a horrifying video about Michigan.
Well, it wasn't about Michigan. It was titled about something in Michigan, and it was like very just obscure and from the 80s, and it was like a senior thesis, and it's just strange. But it's just a lot of fun because specifically Meg loves to talk about like she likes to complain about like past relationships and everything, which is like perfectly fine because like she has a reason to because he sucks. He's just a terrible person. Okay. She just goes off and we're all laughing. And our drawings also can be very fun too. We had this recent project where we had to make an imaginary bird. And it was just like you think of a bird and like it has to have some part of you in it. Part of me. Essentially. Okay. An example was like, if you like to play video games, have it be kind of like more electrical or like kind of like made of buttons. That sounds fun actually. It was very fun. But I got the same grade as I'm going to call her out as Meg because she spent about 25 minutes on hers and I spent about 3 hours on mine. Oh. Yeah, and Meg, hers was one solid color. Screw you, Meg. It was a big ass. Okay, no, I love Meg. We hate you, Meg. Yeah, piss off, Meg. Do better in our class, Meg. All right, piss off. All right, go away. No, drop out, Meg. Get out of here. No, we don't like you anymore. Welcome to the We Hate Meg podcast. Right. Our motto is fuck Meg. The title of this podcast is gonna be We Hate Meg. I had kind of an idea going into it. I did some concept sketches. I have a lot of thought into mine. My bird was a bird in our D&D campaign. Okay. And it's about like the drawing was about like that. Oh, okay. So it's I literally just realized that. Okay, the drawing I can't. That happens every podcast. Someone will try to do something with their hands. I'm like, I'm sorry. They can feel the wind in my movement. And the physics students can measure how the distance. I'll upload the waveform so they'll see the whooshes. But it's a fairly decent sized piece. But I added good detail on the feathers. It's fairly like proportionate. Granted, they're like just make believe. But the little birds, like they have story, they have meaning. Mm-hmm. She just on the fly comes up with this like thing, and it's like. Not gonna lie, it's kind of ugly. And if she listens to this, or if you show her, I'll punch you. Meg. But like, it's not. She even knows it's kind of ugly. But Dave was like, ooh, like Dave Higgins, love him. He just goes, ooh, I wanna copyright that. We can get that trademarked for you. So what she did, it was the head of a penguin, like a big ass like cartoon penguin head, on a little ostrich body with the most awful legs I've ever seen. It was like one of them had like 2 knees or something in one leg. It was just 2 points of bending. And she called it the postrich. The postrich. She literally worked on it for maybe between 25 to 30 minutes. It's all one shade. There's no hues. It's all like scribbled. And like it's like you have to have at least 10 hours logged. Granted, I didn't have 10 hours logged. I had about 3. Right. But like you could tell that there was more effort kind of put into mine than to hers, and then we got the same grade, and I was like, okay. What was the grade? I got a B. She also got a B, and I was just like, what the hell? That's funny. I was kind of pissed. I'm still kind of pissed. I can tell. I mean, like, moral of the story is that we hate Meg. No, we don't hate Meg. No, I'm just upset at his fairness of grade. I'm gonna find Meg's email and just send her like. These 10 minutes of us just trash talking Meg. No, I'm gonna roll up to your art class. Be like, hey, which one of you is Meg? I'm gonna do it. No, I need to have as many people listen to this podcast as possible. So. Okay, no, that's okay. But she's gonna come at me, and I'll be like, okay, Meg. Well, listen, we both know that, like. Yeah, I'm gonna start a fight. I'm gonna start a fight. No, it's just like. I don't know. He's like, I grade it because it's like I grade it on a fair scale, and I don't know why I didn't ask Dave yesterday. Why did you give me and Meg the same grade when there was clearly just a little bit of more TLC put into mine? Right. Then hers. Stop turning it towards me. I know you want to hear me. Well, no, it's just like you're a little quiet. Oh, so sorry. I feel loud. But I don't know. It's like. But do you know what I'm kind of getting
Yeah,
from?
I
It's like you put
understand.
all this love
yeah.
into it, and then you get like a less or the same grade as somebody who clearly like bullshitted a project
Right.
or just whipped through like an essay
Mm-hmm.
or homework or like a presentation or something. It's like it's aggravating because it's like what?
Mm-hmm. I feel you because like I'm about to sound like a total like penis right now, but like I'm really good at English.
I
right?
haven't.
No,
Okay.
I mean no, I'm really good at English, right? And
Yeah.
like I joined a creative writing class in high school, and I would write like really good like stories and essays and like poems. Like I made my teacher like tear up a few times, right?
Dang, look at you.
Yeah, and then like we would do this thing where we like sat in a circle, whatever, and then we were like saying these stories. And like some of them were just really, really bad. Like they're just not good at writing. I remember I was at a horror story competition, and one of the dude, his story was literally just a rip off of a video game, and I could tell it was just so badly written. I was looking at it like this dude better not win. I mean, I did win. But
He better not win. But I mean, I won.
Yeah, I did win, but it was just like I don't know why you would even like come up to this. Yeah, well, I don't know why he would literally just walk up to the mic and act like that was a good.
Oh, so you have to like say it. So you
you actually have to speak the story.
Okay, I thought it was just like a submission thing. Like
no, even
like
in my creative writing class, we're like saying it, and I'm just
okay.
I was just like, come on.
Did he have even like any emotion in it? Like any like?
I mean, yeah, he had emotion. It just
or...
it wasn't. He's not. He was trying to act, and he's not good at that either. So it was kind of just like, and yeah, and then my writing.
I, on the other hand,
no, it's just.
Catch me at Broadway.
No.
Next semester.
I used to want to be an actor as a kid, but that went downhill very fast.
What made it go downhill?
Well, yes, in middle school, I was part of the High School Musical, right?
Okay.
The play. I wasn't even a main character, but I was like still everybody's favorite character.
Yeah.
So that was
You're
cool.
like a shrub.
I was like, it was High School Musical, like the
actual.
Yeah.
Oh,
in middle school, we did High School Musical, and I was in it.
Oh.
Back when I wanted to, yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Back when I wanted to become an actor, and no, I didn't get the part that I wanted.
Okay.
I instead got a part that wasn't even in the movies. It was only in the play.
Oh.
I was like the DJ announcer kind of guy, right?
Okay.
But I did really well on it, so like I was everybody's favorite, and I wasn't even close to being one of the main cast members.
Yeah.
Right? So I go into that, right? I'm the man. People are like saying I was their favorite like years later when I'm in high school. So I think it was like my sophomore year I joined my actual high school's play.
Yeah.
Didn't get a main part. I didn't even really get a part that would like make me the favorite regardless, right? But you know, it was just a minor part. I didn't really care. I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna play. And what happened was I had lost my calendar for like the plays and all that, right? I lost it. So I'd asked the teacher, one of the directors, I'm like, hey, can I get a new calendar? He's like, yeah, sure. He gives me this calendar and it's not the updated one. So I had missed like another one without even knowing. So I talked to the other director, kind of like the main director.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, this is what's been going on. I haven't really been meaning to miss anything. And the dude, he goes like, oh, well, I've kicked people out for less, so don't. So I was literally about to slap baldness out of him. like, listen, man, I came to you try to give you like, you know, a good explanation of why I haven't been showing up.
Yeah.
I don't need this part because it's barely a part. Talk to me like that again, and I'll kick you in your chest. Like, that's what I was thinking as I'm, like, walking away after him being, like, the whole ass. And so then, like, I just didn't show up. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm out of this. And so, yeah. And then I decided to put my career interests elsewhere because I just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Broadway's not my thing. Writing is. That's what I'm kind of becoming a
You
journalist.
could write screenplays.
I
You
could
write parts.
I could, but no. I like
Yeah.
journalism better and, like, short stories. I'm thinking about writing books on the side, but...
Yay.
Excuse me. I was writing a book in high school, but I haven't touched it. Oh, excuse me. I haven't touched it in like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Because I
felt
don't know.
that.
I just haven't. Yeah, I just haven't had the motivation. I don't know. I'm thinking about picking it up eventually.
Baby steps. You gotta like do
Yeah.
it like periodically because you'll
Yeah.
get like the spurts of like inspiration. You're like, I have to write like 5 chapters right now.
Especially
ASAP.
because I wanted because I wrote it mostly on the school computer. So I tried to email it to myself, and I tried to access it on my phone, and I accidentally deleted it. So that was great. But luckily, I have, like, the first 3 chapters in my room somewhere, so I'm just going to copy it off of what I have and then finish it when I'm, like, 30. Or okay. Like that. So, yeah.
When you're 30? Did you, like, what, 19?
Yeah. Yeah, I need
to wait 11 years.
I need a break. This is all. I just need a long break.
You're taking lots of breaks now.
Yeah, so a 20-year break, and I think I'll be all good to finish it.
Okay.
Oh.
No, but you were just talking about, like, like your like non-main theater part, and it reminded me of this girl in high school. We had a Little Mermaid musical. It was the senior year. It was great. It made me cry because one of my favorite students was a sophomore, and that's my boy. He played a role, and he played Triton, and he did so well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at him on stage. Look at him. He never wanted to do this. He was too afraid, and now look at him. He's like killing it.
That's great.
But we had one part where it was a couple parts technically, where two people played water.
Oh.
They played water,
Okay.
and how they played water was they dressed in blue nightgowns and had blue like dancing ribbons and just shook it around. It was hilarious because we're like nobody could figure out what it was until a friend of like a big group of us were like, okay, what were these two doing prancing around stage in like these nightgowns? And she played a turtle, and she also played a pirate captain in it, which is super great.
Okay.
But we were like, so what were these two playing? And she just goes, oh, you won't even believe it, but they added water, and one of the people who played water, I think it was like opening night, because you just need two people to play water. It was like a 5-second scene, but she first night, opening night, she fell so hard. Oh, she's prancing around this she's like prancing. And you know how, like, if you jump, you land on your foot, like, flat, and you kind of roll your ankle? Yeah. Oh, she rolled over herself, but she stood right up and kept going. Everybody, it was a general, like, hush across the audience after a gasp. I started laughing hysterically. Oh, that's funny. Only because, well, it's hilarious.
Yeah. But
this was the same girl that she broke her leg in high school, which we were all like, yikes, because I don't even know what she did, but she, instead of being on crutches, she was on like a scooter. We called her Scooter Girl because she would be very, very rude to us if we didn't move out of her way. She ran over my foot twice. Wow. So I had every right to just laugh at her when she fell, because I'm like, ha! But funny. She ran over my foot, and like she's not a heavyset girl, but she's kind of like, she's tall. She's a very tall girl. Okay. And she's a couple years younger than me, which I feel very threatened by, because I'm like, I'm 5'5", and you're 5'9", and a freshman. What is... How does this work? But she just told me to move, and I was like, excuse me? Like, how dare this freshman talk to a senior like this? Like, I'll break your other leg right now, so your mom has to come in and push you around.
Two scooters.
Like, two scooters. I don't know if she's going to have to be on, like, a moped or something in school. But, high school was fun.
I actually went to my high school's talent show Sunday a few nights ago. Yeah, I go from friends. It was pretty fun. There were a few things that were interesting. There was a group doing Star Wars songs, but with boom tubes. Yeah.
Wait, like the long, just
like
you
like
smack
plastic,
them and then
you just like
oh
smack
my god, I forgot about those!
Yeah, it was...
Oh, that's so good!
It was funny, but yeah, it was interesting. There was this one girl doing like this hip-hop dance to a TikTok song.
Oh no.
I mean, it was cool, but like...
It's a TikTok, you have...
It was a TikTok
like, oh,
song.
I have to... That's...
She was just like swinging her arms around, and I'm like,
oh,
ooh!
That's cringe.
But it was...
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, ooh! But it was not that bad. I mean, there were some that was just like, oh my god, there was these two girls. I hope they don't listen to this, but there were these two girls who
call
like
them out. If I can call out Meg, and she goes to the school, you can call out the two high schoolers that don't even go here.
I don't even know the names, but they were...
Exactly, get it. They don't know.
They were doing Michael Jackson songs on cellos. Now, I thought this was going to be really dope. They had these glow-in-the-dark cellos. So I was like,
that's cool.
This seemed really cool. It literally sounded like they were arguing with each other on the cellos. Like, they kept looking at each other because, like, they were just not in sync, like, at all. And, like, one of them would mess up, and then one would, like, kind of, like, make them... The other one would, like, make the mess up look like it wasn't a mess up, and they'd be looking at each other at the same time. Like, oh, my goodness.
How old do they, like...
I don't know. They were, like, juniors. Maybe they might have been seniors. I don't know. They were tiny.
Dang.
It was too freaking funny. Like, I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, what? Michael Jackson didn't make this song. Like, some of these songs did not sound like Michael Jackson. It was whack, but it was funny. It was pretty funny.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I went to this, I think it was in June. It was like the end of the year, like, they've never done it before, but it was like a talent show. My school was like too small to do talent shows, and all the other talent was like acting based one, which nobody wants to just, they're like, okay, we already see it in the play, or like an art one or a sport one. It's like, okay, well, they're not just gonna have like a game on stage.
Yeah.
So they had a like musically based like talent show where like the band kids, the choir kids all came in. These few people came in, and 3 boys. I love them. They sing a cover of oh god, what was it called? I think it's "Love Is a Beautiful Thing," and it slapped. Nice. They had a bari sax, which is a very nice, just kind of gritty sax, but it just worked. And my boy who played Triton, he sang, and I was like, oh my god! And like they all just like played saxophone, and like it was so good.
That's really good.
It was very nice. Really cool. And a few like theater kids, which were I know they were theater kids, but you could tell because they went up there and they sang a Disney princess medley, and they tried too hard because they over-enunciated everything to the point where I started laughing because their jaws are moving up and down so fast. I'm like, we get we hear the words. Like, you're not in theater. You're performing to like your parents and like old people who can't even understand what you're saying regardless, and children. But they did very well. It was very good. A couple people came in and they played like ukuleles and like just like instruments. Ukulele stuff at the which I thought was very. As well. I thought about that one girl who was on The Voice that everybody likes to make fun of, Grace
I've never seen The Voice.
Her name is.
Never seen an episode of The Voice. I stopped watching that kind of stuff.
I'm not saying like I'm
X Factor.
Okay, yeah,
then,
understandable.
Yeah. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched a single episode of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've never watched Friends because Friends is a terrible TV show.
There's a couple scenes which are okay, but other than that, it's not great.
I want people to attack me now. You heard it here first. Friends is an awful TV show.
There's a few scenes I like, but only because Ross is not in them.
Right,
that's a fact though. Ross is the worst character, and just he just sucks. He just sucks. Joey's the best only because he can eat a whole turkey. Okay, I haven't either. Don't worry.
I've never seen like Family Guy. I've never watched SpongeBob. Wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a child. Thanks, Mom and Dad. No, I'm kidding.
No, I've met do you know how many people I've met that say that they haven't watched SpongeBob? And then I read it. This was actually just in my art class. Okay. We found out because somebody who's in our class was like, yeah, I've never watched SpongeBob. My parents wouldn't let me. They said it was going to rot my brain. Apparently, people who did watch SpongeBob, like, religiously as children were like, oh my god, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Ironically, did significantly less in, like, their test scores overall than, like, people who didn't. And I was like, oh my god! And it kills me, because the valedictorian watched SpongeBob, but he has no common sense anymore.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm like,
that's usually what happens.
He doesn't look where he's crossing the streets because he goes, oh yeah, I forgot we do that.
Well, like, neither do you and Beth.
Okay, I look. Listen, I look, but I'm just like, okay, I have enough time. No, he just goes, and I'm like, you.
No, you look to see if cars are coming.
Yeah.
And then you get.
And then I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's see how good this pic's gonna look.
Yeah, freaking, golly. So that was still freaking ridiculous. God, I have nightmares about that.
That was a great day. I sometimes I still think about those they were very loud. Sometimes I still think about the bus ride home.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, because I think about like that was the first time I've heard you laugh very hard because you were like, "We're gonna die," because the guy like kept like.
I'm pretty sure the bus driver was drunk or just tired.
Because it was like. I mean, it was only like 8:30 or 9 at night, but he definitely had it before.
Yeah, he was literally just like on the side of the road for a majority.
Because you felt like the little and you were just like, "We gonna die." Yeah, you said that so loud.
Because it was like the 5th time he was on the side of the road, so I'm just like, you know what? We about to hit like the side rail, and we're just gonna fall off a hill.
Yeah. And you could feel the bus like tilting.
Oh
and
yeah,
shifting
the bus was literally like on 2 wheels at one point. Like,
it was ridiculous. No, it was very scary. I think about that a lot sometimes.
It was so freaking funny.
That was funny. The people. I remember on the way up, Beth and I were having a talk about literally anything.
Right.
And the group that was like over here.
Yeah.
They were talking about whatever. I remember one of them was. I heard him say like, "Yo, like." They're talking about, like, abortion or something. Like, what's wrong with them? While they're over here talking, like, sitting on each other's laps, like, let's talk about, like, Satanism and everything. Oh. And I'm like, okay, what's the worst thing?
Right. I mean, like, on the way back, like, there's this one girl just, like, on the floor just crying. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Freaking, there was just like people. Oh, like it was. I thought I was tripping out. Like that bus ride home was just weird.
That was weird.
That
Falling
was
asleep was very
Wizard
kind
of Oz.
It was very strange. It was kind of like. It didn't feel like I was there. Like, none of us were there. We were in one of those really realistic dreams where it's like, you can kind of feel everything.
Yeah.
Like, sleep paralysis almost.
Yeah.
Like, level of just, like,
I
hallucination.
really didn't know what was happening.
No, yeah. It was... New York City was fun.
It was
I can't wait to go again.
It was fantastic. Let's see. You were at a wedding Saturday.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to bring it back to Snapchat stories. So that's where I'll get all my information from. You were locked in a bathroom.
Oh my god!
Listening to drunk women.
Okay, so...
This is my favorite pastime.
No, so I went in there because I was like... I drank, like, 2 Shirley Temples because I wasn't allowed to drink. But the people that were working the wedding still poured me glasses of champagne, which I drank, which was very good, honestly. Nice. Not going to say, we're condoning.
You're going to jail now.
I'm going to jail, I admit it, but it's their fault for not IDing me first. But, so, yeah. No, but I went in there because I was like, all right... It was so hot in there. There was dozens of people in there. So we were like, all right, I just need to get out of here. But I went to the bathroom and everything, and I'm sitting there. And just a parade of, like, bridesmaids. I knew they were bridesmaids. I saw their dresses, but I could just hear them just being, like, drunk out of their minds.
Right.
And I don't even remember essentially what they were talking about because I was so just like, what? Somebody apparently, like, drugged their friend, but it wasn't like a date rape drug or anything.
It's like a poop drug.
It was a poop drug.
Yeah,
it was just to make them poop. That's it. And I was just like, what? And they're just drunk bridesmaids are some of the most interesting people. And I was just in there for a few minutes, and after like I took that video, I started laughing because I just cut it out because one of them said, "Oh, she just said something about like, yeah, and that's why she couldn't be here tonight. She was too busy shitting her eyes out." And I like started cracking up, and she just goes, she's knocking on the side of the like the stall, which is concrete by the way, but I hear like smacking it. Yeah. And she's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Who are you?" And she goes, she's like, "My name's Alyssa." And I was like, "Hi, Alyssa." But they were gone. And they were, and they're all like, you know, like middle-aged, like women. Because it was my friend's dad got married. So I was like, oh, congrats to him. Because nobody thought that would happen. Because he's had like some relationship issues where like, because he's just such a nice guy. Yeah. But the girls would always just like screw him over. So we're like, oh, this is new. Okay. This is something different. And the bride is a very peculiar kind of lady. I mean, like, she was very... So, the dad, the groom, he's a wonderful cook. He owns a restaurant down in Waverly called Bethy's Place. Okay. And it's also a golf course. Cool. And it's very fun to go to. They have homemade ice cream sandwiches, pizza, garlic knots, all that jazz. Go check it out in the summer, because that's when they're open. But, he loves to cook. He's very independent. Like, he's such a good cook. Oh, my God. And he wanted to cater, like, to the food. And it would have been choice if he did. It was still pretty good food, but, like, the pasta wasn't even cooked all the way, like the ziti. But the wife, her name is Brandy, she was like, she wanted it to be, like, a real wedding style. Okay. Like, they wanted everything catered. So she wanted her... Kind of, yeah. She was very... Bridezilla? Oh, my God, yeah. She was absolutely Bridezilla. She got, like, blasted. Like, we were taking photos and everything. I could, like... She wasn't facing me, but I could smell the alcohol on her, just her entirety. Woo. It was bad. She had like maybe 7 or 8 beers. I'm like, girl, she's smaller than me. And I'm 5'5". She's like shorter than me. And she's prancing around like everything's about me. Like I'm the bride, like all that. And at the end of the night, there was a little thing where you got to smash cake in either the bride or the groom's face. Cool. But it was like, you had to pay to do it. But it was more like a bet to see who could get more money in the thing. That was going to go towards the restaurant, which is like, oh, cool. That's cool. The Brandy didn't want cake in her face, but got incredibly offended when she found out that there was only $65 in there, while the groom got $180. Hey. And she was pissed. She was like, oh, this is my wedding. And but we're like, Brandy, you didn't want cake in your face. You were afraid you were going to mess your makeup off. But we still smashed cake in her face, and she was livid.
As expected.
Oh, yeah, because we smashed cake in Joel's face, and all of a sudden somebody, I think it was like her sister, came up behind her and just took a piece in her face, and she, I think I have a video. No, I tried to get a video of like her face, but people kept moving in front of me, and I'm just like, move! But I could tell from her face, her jaw was just like dropped. She was so upset and like shocked that this could happen. Like you should see this coming.
Yeah.
But granted, you're a little intoxicated, so you don't really know. But that was very fun. I met a lot of people from Jersey. Okay. And they all had the accent, and they were all super just nice. But they would not stop talking about like the drive up and how they don't like the cold. I'm like, but Jersey's still kind of cold.
Yeah.
But they were just like, it was really funny. I couldn't understand some of them because they were very old. And,
that's Jersey.
They kind of. Oh, it was so funny though. But they were all so nice. And there was like cowboy kind of from Jersey who was my friend's uncle.
That's kind of redundant.
And he had a cowboy hat, a little. I don't know what these are, but like they're like it's like when you wear a tie or like a bow tie kind of, and there's like the jewel and it has some strings kind of coming from it, like that. Yeah. And he had a big belt buckle of like the West and these like boots, and I'm like, where did you come from? And he was just like, oh, I come from like Jersey City, and I'm like, what?
How?
Like, how did you like?
There's not. I can assure you, there's not a single horse in New Jersey.
No.
If it is, it's dead. It's being used to be like chicken nuggets or something.
Yeah, because horses they make chicken nuggets. As you do. But yeah, oh god, chicken nuggets are good. But yeah, like they were all so nice, and they're also short and loud. Oh, they were loud and yelling at everybody. And one of my friend's uncles surprisingly looked like a 55-year-old like Ryan Reynolds. It was like the face. It was the exact face of Ryan Reynolds, but with a little less hair and just like reading glasses. And I was like, this is so weird. And I told him, I said, Mike, you look like Ryan Reynolds. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, oh, cool.
That reminds me of a video, actually. It was like a Halloween video of this dad like recording his kid. And this kid is in a Deadpool costume. So it's like, hey, check out this costume. And the kid's like dancing around. And all of a sudden, the dad's like, all right, let's see you without the mask. And the kid takes his mask off, and it's just Ryan Reynolds. Like it was a deep fake. It was like a really realistic deep fake. It was just like Ryan Reynolds, a child's body. Like Ryan Reynolds even saw it. He was like, "What is this?" Like he retweeted it. It was really creepy because like it was like seamless. Like it was like, mask off Ryan Reynolds. I was like, it was really.
Oh, you probably appreciate it. I love Ryan Reynolds.
He's great.
I saw Detective Pikachu.
I want to see that so bad.
Oh, it was so good. I saw it twice. Once by myself, opening night. And once with another friend, because he was upset that I didn't take him. But I was like, you were in class. It was like 11 in the morning when I saw it. But it was very good. And there was a bunch of people there. And you could tell that they were like your stereotypical, like, probably living in their mom's basement. Yeah. They were all like big guys. Definitely played, oh god, so many people play Pokemon Go. I only could tell because they wore like their team shirt, Valor, Instinct, or Mystic. And I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And it was like packed at like 11:30 or noon.
How was the smell?
It was kind of musky.
Don't even try to say.
I sat next to a child, and then I sat next to a grown man with his girlfriend, and he had a weird fedora, and he had like
that's
the
red
dumb,
flag number one.
And I was like, oh, this is gonna be weird, but me and little kid were like just like relating because he saw Bulbasaur. He's like, that's Bulbasaur. I was like, that's Bulbasaur, and like literally any Pokemon, and he just was pointing each one out for like the entire movie. But
I would have slapped that kid.
No, I was like kind of annoyed, and he kind of got over it after a while. But like the dude that was next to me started giving me like not like specifically me. He started speaking stats like, "Oh, Charizard should have used this move," or Pikachu. And I wanted to say like, what? This is a CGI movie. This is a movie.
This is a children's movie.
Like it's very good, and it's very just weird to like hear Ryan Reynolds in Pikachu voice because it's like it's Ryan Reynolds and then it's Pikachu. And speaking of CGI movies. Did you see the new trailer for Sonic?
It actually looks good. And
it looks
I'm
a
glad
lot better. Looks a lot better. I'm still upset that they didn't combine his eyes.
I mean, yeah, but they need to like edit the CGI. They need to smoothen out the CGI a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then, it still looks really good. Because
when I was expecting, we're turning this all the way back into February when the trailer dropped. I was One issue. Why is Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio playing for the Sonic thing?
Interesting.
Why of all songs that?
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Jim Carrey still is going to carry the entire movie.
That was as expected.
Without a doubt, and I can't wait to see him play Dr. Ivo Robotnik. But Sonic Hedgehogs aren't fuzzy. They're not fuzzy. They're spiny. They're not fuzzy. And when I saw like that it was going to be CGI, I'm expecting it to be like the 3D Sonic games, like in the cartoon, the Sonic Boom cartoon. Yeah. But no, they made it as human teeth, like 2 separate eyes. The mouth was just not Sonic. Yeah. This was blasphemous Sonic. Yeah. And like it was. Oh, I think another thing that was awful was that he didn't have gloves.
Oh yeah,
he didn't have gloves on, so he just had like skin hands.
And he was wearing Nikes. Like he was literally just wearing like he was looking like wearing LeBrons. Like it was kind of ridiculous.
And this is gonna kind of sound nerdy, but in Sonic canon, he wears soaps, which are made to grind on like rails and stuff, like skateboarding. Yeah. Because and like that just kind of stuck throughout the entire thing. Because in I think Sonic Adventure, he just grinds on the rails going down the city while you're being chased by the feds. Yeah. And so that just stuck. And then he has just like Nikes, and he can run much faster than usual. Like he like stops time, which I think is just weird. Like he just stops her and is like, oh. Okay, like no, he can run fast. He can't alter how time moves. Yeah. And if he was to move as fast as like light, because they say, oh, he's faster than light, he would have to like expel as much energy as he's taking in, and he's not. So he would disintegrate.
He would literally just explode.
But I can't wait.
Yeah, my family isn't gonna watch that movie with me just because they didn't watch the Pokemon movie with me because they're cowards. And I think we gotta end it. We gotta end it there. It's better than an hour. I want to make a quick shout out. I checked the stats, and over 100 people listen to this podcast. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's very good.
I'll see y'all later.
Toodles.